One, two, three. Stop!
That's Phoebe Rings, or at least three of them, making a video for their EP that's being re-released today on their new label, Car Park Records. We found vocalist, keyboard player, and songwriter Crystal Choi in Hobsonville, where she and the band were rehearsing for shows in Australia with recently reunited bass player Ben Long.
We just had a rehearsal, actually. Ben's living in the UK at the moment, our bassist, but
Right.
he's flown over from the UK a few days ago, and we had a rehearsal with Ben. It was really nice, and we've got a couple more coming up, and we'll be flying.
Yay, okay, so a little bit of a reunion there, eh?
Yeah, it was nice to have a little reunion.
All right. So you got the EP coming out in about a week or so. So before we get into that, tell me about the other members of the band. There's you're Crystal. You've got three other folks that you play with. Who are they, and what kind of people are they?
Yeah, well, I'll start with Ben
Why not?
Locke, um, who is on bass, and he's also just created our new game on our website. He's quite nifty with his coding and computer stuff, and yeah, we've got a Phoebe Rings game, which is
Oh,
really cool.
what kind of game?
It's kind of like oh, what do you call the galaxy thing? Space Invaders. It's kind of like that. Like it's
Okay.
very arcadey, and you're
Oh, okay.
just yeah, booping the enemies and getting some tips.
Whooping the enemies. I like
Yeah.
that.
Um, so he's created that, and we've got Simeon on guitar. He also plays in Princess Chelsea.
Right.
Yeah. So you would have seen him.
I have.
And yeah, we've also got Alex Freer on drums.
Yep. And he gets
Yep.
around a little bit too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he plays with a lot of people, including Tiny Ruins.
Right.
So yeah,
Huh.
that's our band.
All right. So what musical commonality has brought the four of you together?
Yeah, well, I feel like we're all into, well, speaking of games, we're all very big fans of game music.
Okay.
Also, I think Alex and I share a little bit of the background. We're both graduates of the jazz school
Right.
at Auckland Uni, and Simeon and Ben, yeah, they've gone to the pop school of Auckland Uni, but I guess I don't know. I think our tastes do have some, common. We do share things in common because when we share songs in our group chat, we all tend to really like them. So
Oh, that's good. And what drew you to studying jazz as opposed to anything else, other types of music?
sorry.
Why did you choose to study
Oh,
jazz?
why did I choose to study jazz?
Yes.
Good question. I think when I was in high school, I had been just wondering, I knew that I was going to pursue music, but I was wondering what to do. I nearly went to the classical school and did classical singing, but I was like, oh, wait, I want to do something that involves a bit of composing, and I had a look at all the songs that I liked and the pop music, and they all had some elements of jazz harmony in them. So for me, I'm a harmony nerd.
A harmony nerd. Okay.
Yeah. That brought me to playing jazz. We actually released this EP back in 2021. Um, it's probably more known to New Zealand people though.
I thought it was because I was getting a little confused. It's like, is it your
No.
first? Is it your second? Have I? Okay, so that's interesting.
Yeah, so that was in 2021, but when we were working on our LP, we got in touch with Car Park Records.
Right.
They're a US label, and
Right.
they suggested that we try and give more exposure to the overseas crowd and like by doing more releases. So that's how we re-released our EP.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, well, are re-releasing. It's not
Yes.
out yet.
Not out yet, but it will be shortly. Yes. All right.
Yes.
So it opens with Cheshire. What can you tell me?
Yeah.
How did that song come about? Do you remember?
Followed a cat, swam through the springs, triangles and spirals into an altar, waiting to show her everything she wanted to see.
Cheshire is a song that I wrote when I lived by myself in Green Lane.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, and I was just I don't know, for some reason I had the lyrics of the first verse just come to me. It never happens normally. I
Right.
tend to write melodies and chords first, then the lyrics come last. But for that song, funnily enough, it was lyrics, then bass line that came first. So yeah, it was very inspired by Stereolab, which is one of my favorite bands.
Right.
And it was a very fun song to work on because it sounded quite different to the other songs that I have written, which were a little bit like less dancey.
I gotcha. So do you
Yeah.
do all the writing in the band, or is the rest of them join in sometimes?
Yeah, so I'd say all the writing of this EP has been done by me,
Yep.
but I guess the band members have refined it with their own, their own very lovely mannerisms and their skills.
Sure.
Yeah, so in the LP, well, I'll probably talk to you later about that,
I
but
hope so.
yeah, everyone has written their own songs, but in the EP, it's all my writing.
Okay. All righty. And you have one of the tracks is recorded live, Ocean. It was at the power station. Is that right?
Don't leave me now. Be in this journey. Don't mess me around until we find it. We'll swim around.
It was when we opened for the Vets,
Oh, right.
and after like a very long lockdown, so it was a very what do you call it? It felt quite special and triumphant in a way because we thought COVID kind of we got rid of it and we're like, oh, we can go out again.
Right, right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I saw I think the last time I saw you guys was at the Going Global showcase last month. That was,
Oh, did we come to that
oh yeah,
one?
definitely. That seemed like a lot of fun with everybody playing one right after another. Did you enjoy doing that?
Oh yeah, that was that felt quite pro. And it was, I guess, the first time we played at Double Whammy after it opened, so
Right.
it was also exciting. Yeah, we were quite nervous, just going, "Oh, okay, when did we play?" And then the previous band, finished, and we played straight away.
Yep. Yeah. It,
Yeah.
as an audience member, it was great because there was no waiting around. It was like boom, boom, boom. One's over, next one's starting. Very exciting.
Yeah. Well, Mark Sound did a remarkable job, so it
Yes,
was
yeah,
cool.
I agree. It went very well. And so when you're performing, do these songs take on a different form, different life, or different meaning for you than the recorded versions?
Oh, yes, we have rehearsed it for a while with the band, so I'm sure we try to recreate the recording sound, but
Uh-huh.
I guess inevitably, like we develop our own little live sound and in like a song called January Blues, for example, there's like a little key solo and that probably like because it's improvised, it changes a bit every
Right?
time.
Yeah.
And yeah, in Cheshire we all have our shakers going, which is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like both.
Cool, cool. And you have a video for Daisy, if I'm not mistaken. Was that recorded quite a while ago as well?
No, so Daisy, I can talk about Daisy. Daisy
Please do.
is, Yeah, I wrote this ages ago. I'd say like 2016, but it was archived in my voice memos because I don't know, we maybe rehearsed it once with the band and it didn't quite make it um and then when we did sign the contract with Car Park, because we are re-releasing the EP, we thought, for some people it would be too familiar and they're like, oh, that's the same thing. So why not include a bonus track in the EP so that, it's a bit more refreshing.
Uh-huh.
And that's when we had to very quickly dig something out. And that was the song. And I'm very thankful for this because otherwise, if we weren't re-releasing the EP, this would have never been out. So
Right.
we quickly, within a couple of weeks, Ben was in UK by then. We tried to, we were quickly whipping it up. The three of us recorded in at the Best Studio, but yeah, Ben recorded his bass parts from the UK, sent it over,
Yep.
mixed it, got Tom Healy to do it, and then yeah, I had a camcorder, a pretty cheap camcorder, and thought, why don't we just quickly make a cute music video of us just hanging out in Albert Park, and got our friend Yuriko to record.
Rock solid, heavy feeling. Just say it's fine. It's playing all over again. Stop whatever you're dreaming. Go back to bed. It's starting all over again. Ulysses, my imagination. Oh, and Ulysses, so easy to brush off.
Because we couldn't do it because then it would just have two of us.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, you could get all three of us. We
Bad
did
enough
need
there's three instead of four, isn't it?
Yeah, no, at least there are three. We really wanted to have Ben in there as well, but he was overseas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just with the camcorder, it was a really quick one. And then we went into Simeon's house and then got OHP?
No.
The overhead projector
Oh,
in
okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is, right?
Yep.
We had the clear sheet. Yeah, we had that and an oven dish where we put in like food coloring to make some background and project.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was the other half of the music video, also
Oh, cool.
done through the
Yeah.
recorder. Yeah.
I remember, do you remember a band called the Psychedelic Furs? They're an English band from the 80s. They did a
Oh,
a video similar but it was very watery and colorful, and they put it over their videos and stuff like that.
I
So
would love to watch that.
yeah,
Yeah.
check it out. Anyway, all righty. So yeah, and so how far is the album finished and just waiting to be put out, or what's the status of it?
Oh, well, do you mean the EP or the
No,
LP?
the album.
The album. So the LP is all done and it's just waiting to be mastered,
Right.
which won't take too long.
Okay.
And then we'll put it out next year, probably middle of next year. Also through Car Park. And yeah, well, EP's going to be out in 8 days.
Yep. And you're doing some dates around the country as well, right? Some.
Yeah. In fact, going to Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch.
Right. Yeah, sounds like fun. All righty. Well, I can't. You're terribly patient, because I know if I was in a band and I had recorded an entire album and I had to wait until next year to put it out, I'd be going out of my mind.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. We can't wait to get it out as well. We've been waiting for a very long time. So, yeah, we're just trying to be patient.
This is part of your plan for world domination, though, right?
Hopefully.
If you enjoyed this episode of the 13th Floor's Music Talk series, please be sure to subscribe to the website or to the YouTube channel, Follow us on Facebook or Instagram and wherever you find your podcasts. There's a whole lot more to discover.